Hi, I'm Kim Jensen from Door County Pantry, and today I'm going to be working with Joanne Penny's cherry ginger sauce. Joanne is a lovely lady from Door County who has been jarring her wonderful Asian sauces. Joanne and her husband moved to Thailand for a few years back in the day, and she learned how to cook from the natives. So she has a wonderful cherry ginger sauce that I'm going to be working with. It comes in a 12-ounce bottle. And she also has her Southeast Asian sauce. So if you want to go online and look for that, a few videos on how to use that, we'll have that one on there as well. So for her cherry ginger sauce, it's very versatile. Today I'm going to work with the pork. I went to the store and got a boneless pork chop. I'm going to flatten her out a little, beat her out. I just use a rolling pin. You don't need to have a tenderizer for this because we're going to cook this slowly at a low temperature. So I won't worry about tenderizing it. Put it in between two parchment sheets. If you don't have that, you can just use plastic wrap. Everybody has that in their pantry. And we'll give her a flip. You want it to be about 1/4 of an inch. Thin or thick, whatever you think. Just so you can put your stuffing in there. And do it one more time. You could also use a pork loin if you'd like. And there we have it. Now I'm going to make stuffing. I'm going to take 1 egg. There we go with that. I'm going to beat her up a little bit. We're going to add our croutons. You can use your homemade croutons. Whoops. I'm just using a sage crouton from the grocery store. I always have this in my pantry. Even when it's not Thanksgiving, I like to make stuffing. It's always a fun, savory thing in the winter. I'm going to add to 2 cups of croutons, I'm going to add about 1/2 cup of cherry ginger sauce out of our jar, just to soak it up. And if it needs a little bit more, I'm going to add a little bit of milk to this. You want the egg in there to bind her up. Ooh, you can smell the cherry ginger. It's got great flavor. This only has 3 ingredients. 4, I'm sorry. Sugar, vinegar, cherries, and ginger. So this is as natural as you can get. And of course, you know, at Door County Pantry, our line is all natural, and this is actually gluten-free as well. We have several items that are gluten-free. And if you are gluten-free, you know most things are gluten-free unless somebody adds flour to it. So you just have to read your labels. I'm going to let this soak it up a little bit, and I'm going to put a little bit of milk in. We're going to just let this absorb a bit, and we'll come back to it and wrap up the pork. We're also going to cook this in an oven, in a pan. You can spray it with a little bit of household spray in your pan, and we're going to cook it at 250, slow and low. We're going to cook it for about 2 hours in your oven with the stuffing and the pork chops and the cherry ginger sauce. And then I like to just put a little bit on top and glaze it throughout the cooking. So once you put it in the oven, set your timer at about a 1/2 hour interval and just pour a little bit more sauce on top of there, and it'll be beautiful. We'll put this together in a few minutes. So our crouton is coming together great. It's soaking up all that wonderful cherry ginger flavor. We put a little bit of milk in there, remember, just to give it some texture here, some moisture. We've got our pork chops ready to go. I also wanted to add a few dried cherries. I think that would be great in there too. And if you like it nuttier, you could add some pecans or walnuts. I think that'd be great in there. I don't know, almonds wouldn't be bad either. You know, cherry almonds a good flavor in my bakery pink up here in Door County. So we're just going to put that in there, and we're just going to put it in the middle here of our pork chops. I just pounded out 2 for video's sakes, but 2 cups of stuffing definitely would be good for up to 4 portions, I believe. Also, this right here, the 2 big chops, could be cut in half, and actually could be your 4 portions. Just depends on how much you want to feed your guests. We're just going to roll this up tight. I'm going to stick that croutons back in there. No need to get a toothpick, just put it in your prepared pan. Again, I just sprayed this a little bit with some Pam or aerosol spray. You can also butter it if you don't want to spray it, but spray works really well because it works better at baking temperature. All right, I'm just gonna sneak some of this extra stuffing in here. There can never be enough stuffing, right? So if you want to stuff it like I am, this is going to be perfect for a 2-portion meal, again, unless you cut this in half. I'm not big into a lot of meat at a meal. I like sides. So, you know, you could use a salad with this. Sweet potatoes would be yummy. And like I said, something fresh like a salad or a green bean would be excellent as well. All right, we got that. And then we're just going to, I'm gonna wash my hands here. Then we're just gonna top it a little bit with this cherry ginger sauce. And just give her a drizzle. Again, we're gonna cook this at 250. We're gonna cook it for about 30 minutes and give her a peek. And we'll see how she's looking and we'll check back in. So we just took our pork out. It cooked for about 25 minutes. It's nice and done. The stuffing looks excellent. And we're just gonna take it right out of our baking dish. And we're gonna cut it and we're gonna put it on our serving platter. I'm gonna take some of this yummy sauce and I'm gonna drizzle it on our platter. Just like so. You can do this individually if you'd like, or just as we did. And look at that. Fantastic. Ooh, I don't know if you just heard that, but I just heard a nice little sizzle. I could hear the juice coming right out of her. I can see cherries in there. So as you can see, depending on what you serve this with, this could be a great entree for 2, or you could also do it for a party of 4 with a bunch of different sides. And you could use any of our products for that in our line if you wanted to have fun with it. You can also make a yummy burned green bean with Joanne Penny's South Asian sauce, which is excellent. And you just toss the beans after you cook them in olive oil and sesame seeds in her sauce, and voila, look what you got. Some of this wonderful stuffing to go back on top. And you could also garnish with more cherries if you wanted. Reduce a little bit of your sauce with cherries. And there you have a beautiful pork tenderloin with cherry ginger stuffing. So go ahead and enjoy. Thank you.